So fam, let's search for jobs in Canada with just our mobile phone. And somehow I feel like some of you guys have actually tried this method, and then you are either getting error message or you get messages like you can only apply if you're actually already in Canada and you have legal work permit. Anyways, we're going to be tackling all the possible boosts in this video. Just make sure you keep watching. So now this is my browsing tab. I'm just going to go to my search button, and another good thing about this is because I'm actually using my mobile phone, as you can see, so you can just search from anywhere, even at your workplace. Even this thing, you don't have to have a laptop before you just search for work in Canada. So I'm just going to type in on my Google or search engine jobs. Jobs in Canada. Sorry, I made Job Bank Canada. Job Bank Canada. So did you guys notice after putting the Job Bank Canada, then I kept scrolling because you see these websites, they are not the website, so you just keep scrolling till when you see this view website. This is just like for manual method. Maybe if you cannot remember the password and the website or something, but I'll actually put it under the description box so that it can just take you there directly. But just like manual method. So can you see when you see this flower beside the website, and this is actually the real website, jobsbank.gc.ca. Then you're just going to pick Job Bank, click on it. So guys, can you see? So now we just keep scrolling. Before anything, let's just scroll down the page. Let's show so that you can have an idea of how the review website actually looks like. Can you guys see? That's the end of the website. So I'll be showing you guys two ways you can actually search for work. So the first one, as you can see here, immediately you click on the website. So you can see we have about 100,000 plus posting jobs in Canada. So you can actually use filter, best match, date posted, last 30 days. So from this search icon, just click advanced. So can you see that? So let me explain into details with you, and I want you guys to actually pay rapt attention to this side. Like, I want you to pay rapt attention, because one of the reasons you actually get an error message where they'll tell you only people from outside Canada can apply is because of this filter that you use. You know, as a first time bid, like applying from your home country, you don't really have to have a lot of selections just like that. The main goal is just get something to get you out of the country. That's just the main goal. At least just get something legal to get you out of the country. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So most times when you actually want to search and you keep using too much filter, and then you are still in your home country and you're using plenty filter like this, okay. So after you click the advanced search, you can see this is like the job title. For example, if you have any particular job in your mind, for any area of the job hunting, Google, you want to be engineer, computer, anything, you can type it here. Or if you actually have any employer's name, you can type it here. But I'm sure if you're actually applying from your home country, or even if you're in Canada, you don't know any employer's name, you can just know your job title. So the next filter in our list now is date posted, last 48 hours, less 30 days, more than 30 days. So you can actually use this filter for the last 48 hours, last 30 days, but I'll actually advise you not to, because we can have some jobs more than 30 days and maybe they are actually still active and they've not seen anyone for it, and then maybe you are just lucky to just see it. What do you think? And then another thing is Are you guys listening? And that thing is, I'm asking if you guys are listening. Focus, guys. And that thing is, something about most of these jobs, especially those non-skilled jobs, is you see these Oyibo people, these Canadians, though there are some of them that are blacks, but they are not original blacks like Nigerians, Ghanaians, Cameroonians, like Africans. So there are actually some jobs that these Canadians cannot do. I consider them as Oyibo workers. Like all this FT job, it might not even be FT, it can be like a more like heavy dirty duty job, something like that we Africans, we don't care. All we do is just to, as long as we make a living from it. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So there are some jobs that they've posted for over so many months, nobody is applying. So if you actually get to see this job and you apply, I don't even want to know where you are. Of course, they will actually be able to bring you. So that's why the government actually introduced temporary work permit for foreigners coming outside Canada, which this is why the government actually. So this is why they So this is why the government of Canada actually came up with this temporary work permit or temporary work visa for foreigners coming outside of Canada, and this license actually called LMI or something. So any employer that has this LMIA has the ability, the capacity to actually bring a foreigner outside the country. Just like for UK, if you're applying from outside your home country, outside UK, the employer has to send you sponsorship CSO just for you to apply for visa. So this LMA is just for the one for Canada. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So if you're outside Canada and you actually want to apply, you have to look for employers that have this LMIA, or they have it already, or they just applied to it. So that's one thing you take. So you see this date posted, just leave it, don't use the filter. Then location, of course, you're actually a newbie. I'm not sure location should be any of your utmost important, because the first thing in your mind now is how you can actually leave the country, because you're actually watching Ijakba channel. So employment conditions, of course, you just want to get that job first. Day, morning, evening. I'm very sure, especially if you are from Africans or Asian, we can always cope with anything. Just to win. Another good thing about this job is, even if you don't like the job you're taking at first, at least you're just doing just like a stepping stone into Canada. And one thing about Canada is, when you're actually applying for a job, you apply for a job based on reference. So you doing this job, and most of this job, the contract end, some can be 6 months to 12 months, at least minimum 6 months or 12 months. So that's another thing to actually look out for. Look for the one of 12 months. So if you can actually do a particular job for 12 months, if you're applying for your next job, it will actually help you as reference, because you'll be able to use your former employee as reference. That's something about Canadian work. You can have all the CGP or the CV or the anything. If you don't have a Canadian work experience and a Canadian reference, for you to get a job in Canada is always very, very somehow difficult. So it's unlike UK, like your CV really speaks for you. I'm not trying to rule out that your CV does not speak for you. Your CV speaks for you, of course. But for Canada, they actually deal more with Canadian work experience. So you doing this work, I call it like a stepping stone into Canada. Just for like 1 year, you add this Canadian work experience to your CV, just like you CV building your this. So that's why I say you should not use too much filter. Then language, too, you can use language for this one, because of course English and French. For example, we have the French part of Canada, which is the Quebec. So you can just use filter English and French, and you might still not use it, because there are some work that maybe you just ask like basic things, like you might not even use the French, maybe, or it's just like all this basic French that for example, if you are working at a factory, it's not as if you just go there and go and be talking too much. They'll just show you how to use this, how you use it. They can actually get the translator for you. So still leave this long. Then hours of work. So of course, I would recommend you actually pick full time for that one, because if your work is part time, you might actually not get the visa. Period of employment, permanent or this thing, you might choose or you might not choose, but I actually prefer let's pick permanent. So if you notice the way you're picking is, can you see this view up? Look up, guys. Can you see this view? Can you see it's either reducing or it's increasing? Then salary, you save. You're trying to leave your country. You're talking about salary. For now, just leave that salary. The remote work opportunities, remote work unavailable, virtual job or network, exclusive virtual job. Just leave this one. Employment group, maybe you want to be employed with among like students, indigenous people, apprentices, persons with disabilities, newcomers, seniors, veterans, youths, visible minority, temporary workers. Of course, this is the temporary foreign workers I am talking about, because this is the only thing that can actually make you leave your country, that will offer you that LMIA. So benefits, health benefit, financial benefits, just leave so go. So when you reach where they go. Then province and territory, as I told you, for now you're a newbie. All you need is just to leave your country. You don't care about the location, as long as it is, though we have some places that is cold and everything, but first of all, as long as the place is inside, is verified Canadian location, you only just to leave where you are. When you get to where you are, after 1 year, you can always move or you can always switch, and if you cannot cope, you come back to your dear country. So job source, verified, exclude placement, agency jobs, federal government, provincial and territorial government, municipal government. So we just pick verified jobs. This is just for you to be sure. You know that you're actually outside Canada. There's no how you can actually confirm if these jobs are real or not, just for you to be sure that nobody is trying to scam you or one person. So it's better to use verified jobs. So when you pick verified jobs, that means the government of Canada, Canadian government have actually verified this job. And another way you can actually know verified jobs, even without picking this filter, is, I'll show you in a minute. Then job categories, you have management occupations, business, finance, administration occupation, natural and applied sciences, health occupations in education, law and social, community and government services, occupation in art, culture, recreation and sport, sales and service occupation, trades, transport, equipment operators and related occupations, natural resources, agriculture, related production, blah blah blah. So these job categories, for me, I actually feel like you should not pick any job category. This is because whether you have your minimum, your highest qualification is senior secondary school, junior secondary, the minimum you can have is senior secondary. So whether you have senior secondary school, bachelor's, master's, or anything, what you're trying to do is anything, just a stepping stone to actually leave your country. Don't pick anything, because something about this Canadian work is, even no matter your qualification, when you get to whatever you want to do, they will still teach you what to do. Just like somebody that studied nursing in Nigeria and you're traveling to Canada, the similarities in Nigerian nursing and Canadian nursing is like, the difference is there. They will still teach you what you're going to do. So even if you have bachelor's in computer science and you get a job in management, so what you do is you just tailor your CV to that. And I'm sure that most of you are watching me from Africa, especially in Nigeria. You can watch me from Asia. So it's not because maybe you studied a management course and because of that you have to get a job relating to management course. Because you studied computer science, because of that you have to get a job relating to computer science. You have to really be flexible. Just tailor your CV to whatever job you're getting, and I'll actually show you or tell you how to tailor your CV. So let me show you. Okay, let's keep going first. I'll tell you how to actually tailor your CV. So you don't have to have one CV for everything. So you have a CV for computer science, have a CV for microfinance, have a CV for management, sales rep, then educational training. So yeah, I actually feel like it's important if you know that the only qualification that you have is secondary school training. But if you know maybe you have up to university, you can pick. If you know you have up to university, don't pick any filter, because you can work for anything. So wait, if you know that you have up to BSc, maybe bachelor's degree, don't pick any filter, because imagine if you see a job that the qualification is secondary school and then you have BSc, what do you think would be your chances? Of course, you have higher chances of getting that job than somebody with minimum qualification. So that's another thing about job search. But the fact that you have minimum qualification does not mean you have to apply with that minimum. Use everything you have to apply, because just know that you're not the only one applying, just like you're going on a competition. So whatever you have, so if you know you don't have any education at all, you can use this filter. If you know you have secondary school, use this filter. If you know you have college or apprentice, you can use this filter. But if now you have up to university, that means you can work for no education, you can work for secondary school or job specific training, you can work for college or apprentice, you can work for university. So don't pick any filter. So depending on the educational listing you have, 10 years of experience, you might actually leave this. But as I told you, something about Canada is they actually like experience, years of experience. But even if you don't have years of experience, you can still say you've done a volunteer work, and even before that you can still get some short courses or anything. You can just leave this filter out. Then intended applicants, you can see you can have Canadians and authorized workers, Canadians and international workers. So you pick Canadians and international workers because you're actually coming from outside your country. If you guys know you've watched it up to here, please click the subscribe button so that anytime I post a new video, you feel like one of the first to get notified. So as you can see, we're done. That's the end of the page. And after all the filter we've used, how many results did we get? We got a total of, look up guys, 1,352 results. We are just going to click on this. So guys, can you guys see that? So can you see different what's the name, different jobs? Can you see the date it was posted? We have this one: baker, farm worker, general farm worker, nanny, bookkeeper, pest control technician. This one: food supervisor, machine operators. Tack. So why I don't really like this advance, because when you use your filter, it's as if you filtered everything. But anyways, let's go to the second one. But before then, let's click on it. I want to show you guys. So I click on that baker. It was posted February 3rd, 2022. That's like how many weeks ago? And then can you see guys, it is located in Vancouver. Vancouver is actually a cool city, but I think it's one of those coolest places. So 15.65 hourly for 40 hours per week. Imagine 40 hours per week, just pick at home. And you, of course, you know you can actually work more. So permanent employment, full time, nights, flexible hours. Then starting day, start as soon as possible. Vacancies, verified job. So when you see this yellow sign, okay, can you see this yellow sign with plus Canada map? This employer has applied for labor market impact assessment, LMIA, to hire a foreign worker to fill labor or skill shortage on a temporary basis. Canadians and permanent residents are able and encouraged to apply. So when you see this yellow one, this means that the employer has actually applied for the LMIA, but the government has not given, but it's actually like in progress or in process or something like that, but you can actually still apply. But when you see that this yellow is, maybe when you click a particular job and it's actually green, that means the employer currently has the LMIA. So is either you apply for the yellow one or for the green one. So job requirements: English language, education, you can see high school living certificate or equivalent, experience 7 months to 1 year. So maybe you have a baking experience, you've worked in the cookery before, you work in this, or you just don't have to cook anyhow. Then specific skills: inspect kitchen and food service area, ensure that the quality of product meets established standard, bake mixed dough and batters, prepare dough for pies, bread, sweet rolls, batters, muffin, coffees, cake, and operate machinery. So if you know you are actually, maybe you sell all these donuts sold on Instagram or anything, you can actually have traditional skill, requisition or other materials, equipment and supplies, prepare dishes for customers and food allergies or intolerance, organize and maintain inventory. So if you know that maybe you did something else in school, you're this thing, so you see all these specific skills and additional skills that is here. This is how you actually tailor your CV. Under the skill part of your CV, you have your ability to do this one. You just use this English and just retrace it. So work setting: bake shop, of course, food specialty, donut and muffins, dessert and pastries, bread and rolls, just normal basic things. Safe work condition: work under pressure, repetitive tasks. So you see this work under pressure is going to be one of those things you will use in your CV. Like you have ability to work under pressure, repeaters, just use the different English in a different way. And then personal stability, accurate team player, and blah blah blah. This employer growth, this employer promotes equal employment opportunities for all job, unique and connected. Appointing decision persons with the newcomers to Canada, like they apply everybody. So who can apply to this job? The employer accepts application from Canadian citizens and permanent residents of Canada, other citizens with a valid Canadian thing. So can you see? You can apply from anywhere and then advertise it. So this one will expire 5th of March 2022. This job posting was directly posted. So you can click here, then it will show you just keep following the step how to apply. Then another thing I wanted to show you guys is, can you see this baker job is posted by this particular website. So if you don't know, you can actually click on this. It will take you to the website of the restaurant and everything, so that you can read more about it if it's something you want to work with, or blah 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 blah, like that. So I backed it too much. Okay, so once that is set, as you can see, that is also which other sample that I am to share. So let's see which other one that pays. Look at this one that actually pays more. Bookkeeper. Let's check this one. Bookkeeper, sorry, BC 24.50, 30 to 40 hours per week, permanent full time, start as soon as possible, one vacancy. This has applied for LMIA. I'm trying to look for the one that has been already. So 1 year to less than 2 years. So you can even say you've actually worked in a bookshop before or anything. So business clinical. So imagine if you're somebody that actually studied computer this and you have knowledge of this MX Excel, MS Windows or anything, you can still add it to it to boost it. So who can apply and advertise to blah blah blah. So you click here to apply and you followed all the details. So let me show you the other one I wanted to show you guys. So we are back on that first stage of this thing. So without using the normal filter one, either the advanced or browse, like that one that I said, let's scroll down to see how the page looks like first. So you just click browse. So when you click browse, scrolling down, you see job popular job searches on web. People search more administrative assistants, customer service representative and cashiers, accounting, cook, warehouse drivers, marketing specialist, construction laborer, sales associate. Then in demand jobs, like jobs that are really in high demand. Cook, if you don't know how to cook, I feel like you should go to cookery school now. Administrative assistant, food service operator, sales drivers, nurse, carpenter, accounting. So for me, we just give you like a short overview of jobs that are really that are popularly searched. But I'm not sure if you need this popularity. Like go for the high demand jobs, those ones that are in high demand. So if you know where your focus will be, but you can still use that first option. So after trying that first option and everything, so just by location, I've told you are just leaving your country, you don't really have any business with location. Just by category, as you can see, tack, management occupation, this one, that one, blah 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 blah. I can use this one to search as well. So let's do example for this one. Let's pick driver. So imagine, see how much these guys are earning, man. Let's go for the, I see the date was posted. Let's go for the one that has high money. February 12th. This one will expire February 12th. So you have to like apply before Valentine, you know. Wow, 5 vacancies. That's a whole lot. 27 job requirements, English. You see this one, no degree, no certificate, no diploma, nothing. Even experience, you don't need it. Wow. Language, just English, no degree, no certificate, no diploma, no experience. Wow. Credentials, certificate, license, is it specific transport and handle dangerous to perform preventive maintenance, phone brake adjustment. But one thing is, you just have to learn how to drive. Documentation, accident report, clinical, driver's logbook, bill of lading, drug test. So you see this type of people, they will allow somebody to recon. So it will actually expire on Val's Day, February 14. So you just click show how to apply. So fam, that will be to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you click the subscribe button and like, share. I wish every one of you the best of the best. So let me know in the comment section if you've applied. And I was trying to actually look for one that will tell you you cannot apply unless you are a waiting that you're legally permitted to work in Canada. Guys, if you see that, regardless, still apply. What I say, still apply. Like I said earlier, there are so many jobs in the UK that these Canadians, they cannot do. Is we Africans or we Asians or we anywhere you're watching me from, like we have more strength, more energy to do it. Like this truck driver thing. Now we they shop people. Now we they shop all this strong food. You know all these Canadian, all these Wimbo people, they just eat fruit and all this small food. It cannot give them energy. But by the time we knack better fufu and ogbono. That kind of thing. And trust me, that's why they're actually posting these jobs here, because they don't see any Canadian, and that's why the government introduced that LMIA, that jobs that Canadians have refused to take, that foreigners from outside can now take it. So that's why even if when you want to apply and it's still showing you have to be in Canadian before you apply, just apply. But another thing I used to is that it's not just about your CV will actually sell itself, especially your experience, and that's something about Canada. It's not about you having all the degrees and everything. Experience actually matters. So make sure to build your CV. I don't know at the time I'm posting this video if I would have uploaded the video for how to build your CV. Then if not, I'll just check the link in my description box. I'll keep you guys posted. So make sure to just apply. Even if there's a tampon, you can apply. Just keep applying to as many as you can, and make sure to have a very working and functional email. Trust me, you might get a lot of yes and no, because you'll not be the one applying, you'll not be the best one, the best CV and everything. Just keep applying. There's no limitation to applying. So guys, I really want to hear from every one of you soon of how you've actually successfully migrated to Canada. And if you watched up to here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.